Hi beauties! I recently went to Salt Lake City, Utah for the very first time, and I thought I would share my journey with you. We woke up at 2 a.m. and left for our very early flight, but after a few hours, we made it to Salt Lake City. We started off by going to downtown and just kind of checking everything out. This is my first time here, and we just really wanted to explore. We stopped into this mall that was near the hotel, and we did a little bit of shopping, or actually my husband did some shopping. I didn't too much, but he loves to shop, which is so funny. After exploring the downtown area, we finally checked into our hotel and we stayed at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Salt Lake City. We found it to be a very nice hotel. It's very clean. The room was spacious. It was also close to a lot of things in the downtown area, like restaurants and shops and that sort of thing. So here's a little tour. Hi. So this is the bathroom and it's very nice. I really like the lighting in here, and the shower was also really nice and spacious as well. And here's a look at the main area. I believe that this was a king size bed. It was very comfortable and really roomy, and there's also a little sitting area with a couch and a desk, and you have your TV and basically anything that you could ever need. And my favorite part of this room was the view. The skyline was so beautiful. I loved seeing the city from this point of view. The mountains in the background are so pretty, and even though I live in a similar size city, our skyline definitely does not look like this, and I really loved it, especially at night. I thought it was very beautiful with all of the lights, and I just really enjoyed having this as our view. And if you're wondering, this is my outfit of the day. I swear I always take this floral dress with me anywhere I go. It's so comfortable and it looks put together and feminine, and of course I had to pair it with some tennis shoes because we did a ton of walking. Here's a quick look at the hotel lobby. Didn't really spend a lot of time in here, but it was very, very nice and very clean. And if you are wondering, the pool is on one of the top floors, so it has a really nice view of the city around it. And man, this building is super tall. So we didn't get to enjoy the pool because we didn't really have a lot of time, and we didn't spend a lot of time outside because there were actually a ton of weird bugs. A lot of bugs that I'm not used to in California. This is what I wore for day 2, and I completely forgot to get the rest of my outfits on camera, so sorry about the phone footage. We started off our first full day in Salt Lake City by going to the Great Salt Lake. It was really neat to see it in real life. I thought it was very pretty in a very unique and rural way. It did have a slight smell to it, but nonetheless, the view was really neat and super cool to actually see it in person. After that, we made our way to the Utah State Capitol, and we of course went into the gift shop and got a magnet because we get a magnet everywhere we go. But oh my goodness, the Capitol building is absolutely beautiful. It's like a mini White House. So the outside is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm such a sucker for beautiful architecture, and I really just loved seeing this beautiful building in person. It's definitely as large as it looks, and the view is really, really pretty. I loved seeing the city from the hill and all of the surrounding mountains, and I loved looking at the details of the building. We love exploring older buildings and museums and cultural elements of places whenever we travel, so this was definitely a really, really fun excursion. Inside is even more beautiful than the outside, if you can believe that. Wow, it is just so pretty. This is honestly one of the most beautiful buildings I have ever seen in my life. The details are impeccable, and it honestly feels like I'm in some kind of European city. It definitely has that sort of look about it, and actually I came back to Utah recently for a fashion show, and they held it in this building, and it was honestly just so magical to see everything come together. We also loved all of the displays and the movie memorabilia. It was so fun. And now for the real reason why I came to Utah, the JessaKae Enchanted Garden Ball. Oh my goodness, can you believe how beautiful this venue is? If I wasn't already married, I would definitely fly out here just to get married at this place. It was absolutely stunning. It was right next to the mountains and it was just so green. And honestly, I can't even put it into words how gorgeous it was. And for the event itself, the details were just absolutely breathtaking. The theme was exactly what you would expect, and I felt like the venue matched that perfectly, and everyone was dressed so beautifully. Some ladies came with their fairy wings, and others came dressed as princesses, and it was just really such a fun time. One of my favorite parts from this event was the carriage ride. So they actually had this beautiful carriage with a driver and a horse that took you for a little ride amongst the vineyards, and it was just so beautiful. The sun was setting and everything was just absolutely dreamy. I felt like I was in an actual fairy tale. I only wish the ride was just a little bit longer because honestly, I could have been there all night. So this property has a lot to look at, and we had fun just exploring all of the different areas. There is this really beautiful pond, there was a restaurant, and there was also like some hidden paths, bridges, and wildflowers. It was really, really magical in every way. We even had delicious themed drinks, and if you were wondering what I wore, this is the dress that I chose, and I actually added pearls and rhinestones to the dress as well. They also had tons of performers, including these really talented fire dancers. Honestly, I don't know how they do it. I would be so scared, but it was really neat to watch them in action. Seeing the event come to life at night was also super special. I really loved all of the lights and all of the special touches with the glowing florals and fairy wings and more. After the show, we decided to do a little bit more exploring. I really love how everything looks at night. It's so beautiful, and there were so many people taking pictures on the bridge and on the pathways and with the flowers. Everyone was just taking pictures with everything, and how could you not? Because it was so pretty. Truly, look at this view, and it was so nice to see everyone so dressed up and beautiful and enjoying themselves. It really was a night to remember. Then we relaxed by this super cozy fire with lights in the distance and went inside for a little bit of dancing. The band was amazing. They sang all different kinds of music and did amazing with each one. This was my favorite room out of everything. The decor was beautiful. I was honestly sad to leave. I even got to meet a few of you, my beautiful subscribers, which was so special to me. This was honestly a night that I will never forget. And if you want a closer look at my dress, this is it. This is the Mariposa dress. It comes in blue and white. Also, I added pearls to the top and some little rhinestones. I also paired it with some gloves, a feather bag, and my white shoes. And here's a closer look at the beautiful butterfly details. Of course, I chose pink because why wouldn't I? I love how everything turned out. And here is my outfit for day 3. I have a super comfy feminine dress and some sneakers because we are going on an adventure. I really wanted to drive through Big Cottonwood Canyon to see Utah's wilderness. Since I'm from California, we love going to the mountains. We love going to Yosemite and Sequoia and hiking and camping and exploring. And I've heard amazing things about Utah and all of the beautiful landscapes that they have to offer. Silver Lake was a hike that was recommended to me by a friend, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was super easy and flat, and yes, I did hike in my dress. It was very, very easy, and this would be great for families or if you were just looking for a nice little stroll in nature. It was absolutely gorgeous, and I loved seeing the beauty of Utah. Also, this would be an amazing picnic spot. We didn't bring a picnic lunch with us, and actually, we were planning to do an entirely different hike, but I was feeling a bit under the weather from the altitude, which I haven't experienced a lot of, so I thought I would take it easy. So, this was a great way to still get out in nature and explore and not overdo it. After our hike, we continued on to Park City, which was our big excursion for the day. Neither of us had ever been, so we decided to kind of do a little bit of everything in the area that we could do in one day. So we started off with downtown, and there was a lot of different shops and restaurants. We had some lunch, and we explored a little bit, and it is really, really cute. It reminds me of some of my favorite mountain towns in California. And I can definitely see how this is a top winter destination. I would love to come back in the wintertime and see it all dolled up for the holidays. After exploring downtown, we decided to go to the Utah Olympic Park. So we really didn't have any plans for this day. We kind of just wanted to see where the day took us, and this is where we went. It was really neat to see all of the exhibits and activities that Olympic Park has to offer. Of course, I loved all of the fashion. There were also a lot of interactive activities where you could learn about avalanches, which I thought was super interesting because I'm kind of a nerd. And I really enjoy learning about how things work and the science behind it. There are so many activities. They have a zip line and a bobsledding excursion, which I really, really wanted to do. There's also an alpine slide and so much more. You could really spend at least half a day here just doing everything. And we did this simulator, which was really, really cool. We chose the bobsledding and speed flying experiences, and they were so much fun. There was also a ski jump simulator, and I have never skied in my life, so I have no idea what I was doing, but let's just say I did not make it. And my husband didn't either. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. But this person did it in real life, and it was honestly so cool to see. Finally, it was time for the activity I had been waiting all day for, the mountain roller coaster. I am such a roller coaster enthusiast. I absolutely love them, but I had never ridden a roller coaster that went down the mountain, and let me tell you, this made my entire life. It was so much fun. I probably would have ridden it like 20 times in a row. I loved it so much, and the views were breathtaking. I did it. That was so much fun. Oh my gosh. That was the best thing ever. We ended our day with one last stroll in downtown Salt Lake City. This was such a fun but short trip, and I do hope to come back in the future to see more of what Utah has to offer. Until then, I hope you enjoyed joining me for my very first trip to Utah, and I hope you'll join me as I explore more in the future. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to follow along on my pretty pink Instagram at lizzieinlace and my blog lizzieinlace.com. I'll see you next time. Bye!